Hi, class. I wanted to talk about an exchange that I had this past week. I got home from work one evening. It had been a really long day at work, and I was really worn out. And I went into the kitchen to find something to make for dinner, and my kitchen sink looked something like this. Okay, maybe it wasn't that bad, but there were dirty dishes in the sink, and my wife had been home all day. Before I left for work that morning, she'd promised me that she'd get them done, and obviously she didn't. So that began our exchange. The exchange was between just my wife and myself. Before taking this course, or before this week's lesson, I would have approached the situation very angrily. I would have told her what she did wrong rather than talking about how I felt. So, for this exercise, I used some different phrases, some phrases I would not have used before this lesson. I actually approached her and told her how long of a day I had had, how worn out I was, and what it made me feel like whenever I saw the dirty dishes in the sink. I told her that it made me feel like she was not honest with me because she had said that she would do them. So rather than saying, "You promised me and you lied," I told her that I felt sad and I felt like somebody had been dishonest with me. I also told her that I felt very worn out, and I felt like some extra work had been put onto my plate. So I owned my feelings rather than telling her what she did or didn't do wrong. My wife actually has heard me practicing this throughout the week, and I think that she's taken some pointers. So I think that she did a very good job of doing the same thing that I did. And her feedback to me was she talked about how she felt and how her day was and why some of the things didn't get done. So rather than giving excuses, she just told me how she felt, kind of gave me a background of what was going on and why the dishes didn't get done. She also used the owned messages rather than the you phrases. I was able to utilize the owned messages because I just made sure that anything I said was how I felt. It was all about my feelings rather than the situation or rather than her actions. At the end of the conversation was actually very positive. Neither one of us felt attacked because we both used owned messages rather than blaming each other. This definitely produced different results compared to arguments or disagreements we've had in the past. So I think that this is something that we'll both continue to use. It helped us to communicate more effectively and to come to an agreement without arguing.